Welcome back to the luck of the racehorse, where every race is a chance for fortune. On today's episode, I am going to preview the stakes races on the Saturday fixture from Navan. Let's get right into the action. Let's take a look at one of Ireland's key early season sprints for 3-year-olds, the Committed Stakes, held every April at Navan Racehorse. This race might not be one of the sport's oldest, but it's quickly earned a reputation as a launchpad for young sprinters. It began back in 2016 under the name Power Stakes, but in 2018 it was renamed to honor one of Ireland's all-time great sprinters committed, a dominant force in European racing during the 1980s. The race is run over just under 6 furlongs, technically 5 furlongs, and 164 yards, which makes it a sharp test of raw speed early in the season. It's restricted to 3-year-olds, so you're often looking at lightly raced horses still on the rise. In 2020, the race took a brief detour due to the pandemic. It was moved to Navan and shortened slightly to 5.5 furlongs, but the spirit of the race remained the same: speed, potential, and a spotlight on future stars. Now, in terms of standout performances, Shane Foley has become the go-to jockey for this race. He's picked up 3 wins here, including back-to-back victories in 2023 and 2024. And speaking of dominance, trainer Jessica Harrington has turned this race into a personal playground, sending out for winners over the years including Ocean Quest and Give Me the Beatos in the past 2 editions. Navan itself is a fair track left-handed, with a stiff uphill finish that really tests a horse's stamina even in these shorter sprints. It's a track that doesn't hand out wins easily, which makes strong performances here even more meaningful. And while the Committed Stakes is a listed level race, it regularly produces horses that go on to compete and win at the group level later in the year. So it's one to watch if you're scouting future stars in the sprint division. Now, the Vintage Stakes. It takes place every April at Navan Racecourse and is all about testing endurance over 1.75 miles, or roughly 1 mile and 6 furlongs. The race gets its name from Vintage Crop, a horse that made history in 1993 when he became the first European-trained runner to win the Melbourne Cup in Australia. That win changed the way people viewed international participation in the Cup. It also helped put Irish stayers firmly on the global map. The race itself was introduced in 2003 and has served as an early season stepping stone for long-distance horses, especially those with group-level aspirations. It was promoted to Group 3 status in 2014, but more recently, it returned to listed level after some changes in the Irish race calendar. What makes this race so compelling is the track itself. Navan is known for its uphill finish and fair layout, which gives stamina horses every chance to shine. No shortcuts, no flukes, just a real test of staying power. Big names have passed through this race. Aidan O'Brien has trained multiple winners, including Kybrios, who won it in both 2022 and again in 2024, and is among the entires for this year's running. His dominance in the staying ranks makes those wins especially notable. In between, we saw Emily Dickinson put in a big effort to win in 2023, another top-class stayer from the Coolmore operation. The Vintage Crop Stakes often acts as a prep for races like the Ascot Gold Cup and the Irish St. Leger later in the season. So if you're scouting serious long-distance runners, this is a race to watch every spring. Let's shift our focus to the Salsabil Stakes, a race that's becoming more important with every season. Run at Navan in late April, it's a Group 3 contest for 3-year-old fillies, covering a trip of about 1.25 miles. That distance, 1 mile and 2 furlongs, is just long enough to test their stamina, but still early enough in the season to see which of these fillies might go on to classic glory. The race is named after one of the greatest fillies in Irish racing history, Salsabil. Back in 1990, she pulled off something truly special by winning the 1,000 guineas, the Epsom Oaks, and even the Irish Derby, beating the boys in that one. Naming a trial race after her makes perfect sense, especially one aimed at finding the next top-class middle-distance filly. Since it was first run in 2003, the Salsabil Stakes has grown in stature. And in 2024, it officially became a Group 3, which shows just how much respect it's earned from trainers and fans alike. The 2020 for running was a great example of what this race is all about. We saw Zelia, trained by Dermot Weld, come from off the pace with a smooth finish to win it impressively. She beat some solid fillies that day and immediately stamped herself as one to watch for races like the Irish Oaks, or even the Prix de Diane in France. Navan is a fair but challenging track, especially with that uphill finish, so winning here usually means the horse has the class and the engine to go further. It's not uncommon to see the fillies who run well in the Salsabil end up in the mix at the summer festivals in Curragh, Ascot, or Goodwood. So if you're keeping an eye on potential classic winners, especially those who might thrive over a mile and a half later in the year, the Salsabil Stake is a great early clue. Until next time, best of luck at the races. Every race is a chance for fortune.
Now open! The Beat the Odds Horse Racing LLC store is officially open. With over 100 horse racing themed products, including shirts, hoodies, stickers, and more, you're sure to find something you love. Check it out now at www.tohr.com and discover your perfect match today. Don't miss out. Shop now and beat the odds.